abolished racism completely. Everyone prays side by side, shoulder to shoulder. But in the West, only 61 years ago, blacks and whites couldn't even ride on the same bus. And churches are still segregated in the West today. Also, Islam gave women rights revolutionary to its time. Education, inheritance, choose who they marry, who they divorce to own property. But 100 years ago, women in the West couldn't divorce their husbands, they couldn't vote, they couldn't attend a university, they couldn't even own a bank account. What about financials? Social security? Prophet Muhammad said it was compulsory to look after the poor. He put a 2.5% tax on all Muslims to eliminate poverty completely. Has the West been able to accomplish this? 1.6 million Americans are homeless each year. 1 in 5 people in the UK live in poverty. How about the environment? Prophet Muhammad said, plant a tree, even if it's the last day on earth. The United States, on the other hand, is the world's largest CO2 polluter and didn't establish environmental laws until 1970.
The green energy scam. It's the greatest con job.
Look at the difference. Housing prices have skyrocketed. It's impossible to own a home without a mortgage these days. Women in the West are basically forced to work because it takes at least 2 incomes to sustain a single household. US citizens are $18 trillion in debt. And you guys call this economic progress? In Islam, interest is forbidden entirely for this very reason. Islam also puts extraordinary importance on caring for your parents and elders. But in the UK, over 85% of nursing home residents never get a single visitor. Islam also forbids alcohol and gambling. Why? Well, the West gives us a perfect example. 2.6 million people die every year from alcohol-related issues, and 30,000 people commit suicide every year for gambling losses. And the West still hasn't caught up to Islam's perfect system. Women have the right to keep any money they earn, inheritance, wages, all for themselves, and be fully financially supported from a husband. This is something the West hasn't even caught up to today's standards. Honestly, Islamic law is the perfect divine set of rulings brought to us almost 1500 years ago, and the West still fails to compete with it.